2-year-old boy found wandering.
She was found wandering alone.
Autistic son was able to wander from his paradise.
Project Lifesaver was established in 1999, approximately 15 years ago, to aid public safety agencies in the search and recovery of persons that wandered and become lost because of Alzheimer's, autism, Down syndrome, and numerous other situations or characteristics of dementia or disorders that have wandering.
90% of all cases of wandering kids' death from autism is caused by drowning.
So let's say for a moment that I have the Pulse Vision suit on, and I'm swimming just normal freestyle, and that's going to be okay. Yeah. Now I come into some trouble. Let's say I get a cramp, which happened to me a couple weeks ago, and now I'm thrashing about underwater. So what you're saying is this technology is going to be able to tell that not only is my heart rate up because I'm in distress and I'm not really swimming. Now, not only that, I'm also underwater, so the pressure's higher.
And you will have more vertical position.
Right, because I'm not flat.
Yeah.
So it's going to notice all these things, and that activates the air cartridge.
Exactly.
And then I come back up to safety.
Well, I know just in our southern part of our state, I think it was just last week, we had one gentleman that wandered off, and the sheriff's department called, and they were actually able to locate him within, I want to say it was in about 17 minutes once of the time they were on the scene. They did call our aviation guys out from Mobile County, from the Fairhope area. And by the time they got on the scene, they picked him up almost immediately.
And its average search time is 30 minutes, and you're right, it can be 2 or 3 minutes. It can be a little bit over, but it averages out to 30 minutes. And the basic thing is saving lives. Okay, well, we get calls all the time from agencies that have heard about Project Lifesaver. And they want to know what is it, how does it work, and we have to explain to them the basic functions of radio frequency tracking. A lot of these agencies have been contacted by members of their community that are requesting this.
The person or individual caregiver can set up a perimeter. The person is wearing a bracelet that looks and functions as a watch. Now they set a range. As soon as this person breaches that, rather than having a GPS geofence, which could take anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20 minutes to give you an alarm that the person has gone outside of this area, this is instantaneous. Why? Because what has happened is this receiver, which is about the size of an iPhone, has now lost that radio signal coming from the transmitter. As soon as that signal breaks, the alarms start going off. The caregivers are alerted immediately. We have a wandering situation with an autistic child, but they're also caring for 3 or 4 other children in the house and cannot leave the house for fear of leaving those children alone. Now they can notify the sheriff or police or whoever, or if the sheriff or police are tuned into that, they already know there's a wandering situation and they can respond to it with that Google map.
A child with autism that got mad and left. Actually, it was the same day that his father had got deployed to Afghanistan. Oh. So there were some issues going on, and he took off, and the neighbors and base police, and they called the Norfolk police, and everybody came together, but they failed to call us because in all the excitement, the mom had misplaced the number. Well, finally, when she found the number, they got a hold of us. Everybody had been on scene for about 15 or 20 minutes before we got there. And with Project Lifesaver technology, we arrived on the scene and we found that child within about 6 minutes, I think.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've talked to other guests and they were talking about a success story where they found a child, I think from the air in 17 minutes, and I was taken aback by that. But 6 minutes after all of that?
After all that.
Wow. That is just...
Yeah. And he was still heading in the opposite direction from home. But once we get that signal that we're looking for, that chirp, that's the greatest sound that we as responders could ever hear. Yeah. And from there, our training has taught us to head in the right direction, and we were able to locate that child.
We decided to put together a small package, which included training, and then have a 2-day conference at the end of that training where we could bring in some notable speakers from different disciplines such as autism or Alzheimer's or equipment or what's new in the technology field. and then give them a little time when they can actually network together. And it has gotten pretty popular, so we're going to continue the trend. One of the things we got out of this conference is that the members want some more familiarization training in the recognition of autism, the recognition of Alzheimer's. So what we will probably do the first 2 days, aside from our basic operator course and instructor course, is offer those courses and structure it so that a member can attend one day and go to the next day, so that when they go home, they've got a full load of what they need.